Yo, with your boy Kenny, aka Legamania, Mr. Red Devil Space himself, and they have done it. Bafana Bafana have qualified for Morocco 2025. We are going to the African Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco, beginning on the 21st of December 2025. We will be there, man. This is the first time we've done a back-to-back African Cup of Nations qualification in 16 years. Hugo Broos becomes the first ever coach to do a back-to-back African Cup of Nations qualification. This is fantastic. This is what we need. This is the sort of momentum that we've created. It's actually quite crazy to think that the only reason that Hugo Broos has not done 3 back-to-back tournament qualifications is because of Ghana with that mischievous incident that happened there. But let's not go there. But yeah, we are through to the African Cup of Nations in Morocco in 2025, and it was quite a fantastic qualification process. 6 games played, and we did not lose a single game. It was fantastic. We won 4 games, we drew 2 games, we scored 16 goals, conceded only 5, plus 11 goal difference, 14 points. It was just fantastic. As you can see, we started off versus Uganda. We drew 2-2. Foster scored for us in that game, and while it looked like we were about to lose 2-1, Talented Butter came in stoppage time, 90 plus 5 minutes. He scored to make it 2-2, and then we went on to win 3-2 versus South Sudan. Apollos had scored a brace in that game, but it looked like we were about to draw 2-2 again in 90 plus 5 minutes. It was Talented Mbata who came with the dagger, made it 3-2. We won that game, our first 3 points, and then we went on to win a whopping 5-0 up against Congo at home. And this time it was Mokoena who had his brace. Teboho Mokoena scored 2 goals. Batuso Oba scored 1. Lyle Foster scored 1. Ikram Reina scored 1. That was at Nelson Mandela Bay. 5-0 win, whopping scoreline. Then we went on to draw 1-1 against the same Congo side. It was Mokoena who scored for us in that game. And then we went on in these last 2 games, game week 5 and game week 6. We won 2-0 up against Uganda. Morena scored, Maswanganyi scored. Maswanganyi then came on again and he scored versus South Sudan when we won 3-0 at home. Reina's also scored. Mokoena also scored. So Teboho Mokoena becomes the top goal scorer of the group on 3 goals. But it is fantastic because Lyle Foster also scored 2 goals. Also Napoli scored 2 goals. Talented Mbata scored 2 goals. Ikram Reina scored 2 goals. Patrick Maswanganyi in the last 2 games scored 2 goals. So we are quite a clinical side. And what I love about this side as well is that Hugo Broos can bring in anybody and they just look like they fit in. We have built an identity. Hugo Broos has built an identity. For example, Luke Leroux started up against Uganda and he just looked in tune with the team. He did a good job. And then also when the likes of Fawaz Basadine came on, he came on as a sub to make his debut versus Uganda. And he looked good. He started up against South Sudan at home. He looked fantastic. The likes of Sage Stevens came on. What's his name? Devin Titus came on. People look good. They look in tune with the process. They understand what is required of them, and this is what we need going forward. And it's great that we won the last 2 games. We need to build momentum for the World Cup qualifiers coming up in March. This is the only time we're gonna see them again up in March in the World Cup qualifiers. So big up to the boys. Big up to Hugo Broos. It's a fantastic achievement. We deserve it. We are going to Morocco. Let's go. Arieng Bafana Bafana. Yeah.